Today on Make Shape Create,
we're making a box for native some wood art. Actually, they're collapsible sawhorses, but we forgot to film this before we packed them up. So check it out.
His fault.
Hey guys, I'm Cory. This is Make Shape Create, and today we're making a collapsible sawhorse. So this is actually for a fellow YouTuber, Jacob at Native Some Wood Art. We are doing the build, making the whole thing, shipping it down to him, and then he's gonna open, check it out, use it a little in his video. So this will technically be part 1 of 2. So yesterday wasn't a day, just stuff just wasn't going right. And sometimes when stuff's just not going right, you need to just step away, come back to it the next day. So that's what we did. After some thinking and stuff like that, we have worked out kind of a prototype. This isn't exact, it's just kind of a proof of concept. And in doing so, it gave me more ideas and better ideas, I think. So let me show you what we got. What we did is these were always going to hinge up like this. Originally, I was going to have them hinge up and the bottom would sit here. I think this will work a little better because it'll give us an angle, which will give us a wider footprint. Now, obviously, because these are just sitting on corners, you put it down and it's not very stable. I'm thinking if we move this over to where it's flush on the side and add another board connected to this that would go this way, that would be cut flush with the floor at the bottom, it would still allow it to fold up flush for easy storage, but at the same time would give you that larger footprint on the bottom for stabilization. Look at that. It stands. I mean, it's not stable yet, but it stands. That's at least a plus. Okay, so we need to figure out the angle that we need the longer legs to be at. So, and I'm sure other people have figured this out before, but this is the way I'm going to do it. This piece is flat on the floor. All I'm going to do is just trace my line right here. And that's the angle I need to cut at. Okay, all our legs are cut. So now we need to start connecting them to the sides of this. To do that, we are going to measure up the full width and then halfway up here. So that way we know where to screw in on our legs, because we're going to drill some pilot holes. That way we can come back and we can plug those holes with a dowel. I am going to add another screw down here towards the middle of each one. I got this one down here, but we're going to have to add another foot this way, and that is what that is for. So, okay, well, I didn't think that through all the way. I've locked the feet together. That's funny. Huh. Rides really nicely though. Okay. Is there a way to get that out from under there? Okay. That was an error. So I just need to cut some of this foot off. Alright, so we cut off the feet. So now they at least open. Alright, we got that far. Huh. Driver sheet does work. So we got the basic structure of this down. In doing it, I want to add something to the top of this to give it a little more beef. I think the way we're going to do it is we're going to cut down some of these 3x1s or 3x2s, and we're going to stack them. The only problem is the mat doesn't add up and it won't go all the way. So we're going to fill it in with a strip of plywood or two to give it a good stripe down the middle. Alright, so this is where we're at. All the plugs are in both legs. Feet are all glued on. That's setting up. Tops are dry. We have not connected them to the sawhorses yet. We're going to do that soon. I think I'm going to actually sand them down before I connect them. Yes, I think that's what we're doing. So, time for sanding. So actually, before we sand these, we're going to fill in some of the gaps and stuff like that with some wood glue and sawdust. So let's get to filling. Okay, it's all filled. Let that dry for a little while, and then time to sand. It's that time. Okay, so these are all ready to finish, and we're gonna try something a little new. Actually, it's something I see Jacob do quite often, and I've never had a reason to do it because it's not really personally my style. It looks cool and all, but it's just not my personal style. So we are gonna try Shushukiban. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Forgive me, but I've seen him do this with quite a few things that he's made. And I know he really likes the style. So this was a good excuse for me to try it out. What's that for, you say? Well, you'll see. This might not work, but we're going to try and mask off an area for a surprise later. So anyway, let's get to burning some wood. So, didn't exactly even, but that's okay. Best I could do. Might try it again tomorrow to do a little more, but for right now, we're gonna try something a little new. In this space I left, I want to put Jacob's logo and our logo. And to do that, I'm gonna try using this, which is called a scorch marker. Now, I've just tested this and it kind of works. It does work, but it's not as dark as I'd like it to be, but that's okay. So basically I'm gonna draw on our logo and his logo, kind of commemorate that it's our collaboration, and then we'll go from there. So let's see how this turns out. So apparently the camera stopped recording, so we're gonna try this again. So this is about as dark as I can get it. Okay, so we're gonna try doing the rest of this real quick for you. That's much better. Let the other one do it. All right, Jacob, it's all packed up. Hopefully, we've done everything we can to make sure it makes it to you. It's bubble wrapped, it's package taped, it's got vinyl tape on the outside to help try waterproof it. Sorry, it's probably gonna be a fix to get into, but I just wanted to make sure it made it. So, you can click right here to subscribe to his channel. Up here, we're gonna have a playlist of other stuff you can, like this, that you can watch. And go watch his video. And we'll see you next week. See you guys.
Bye.